Greetings. I'm Jeffrey Sachs. I'm a professor at Columbia University and also president of the United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network. And welcome to class, to the ages of globalization. I'm really thrilled that we're going to be together on a great exploration. We're going to be talking about the world, the interconnectedness of humanity, and we're going to be talking about human history going back hundreds of thousands of years for our start and coming up to the present and trying to peer into the future. Let me tell you just a little bit about myself. I am an economist. I was trained at Harvard University and I joined the faculty at Harvard University in 1980. And my specialty from the start was the international economy. That is how different nations relate to each other in trade and in finance, in the flow of goods and services, in the spread of technology. In my life, I had a very good opportunity early on in my career to work with governments grappling with some pretty tough, complicated economic challenges. My first practical work of that sort was in Bolivia in South America at a time when that country was grappling with a hyperinflation. Prices were rising at thousands of percent per year. And by the experience in Bolivia and in work in Eastern Europe soon afterwards, in Africa, in India, in China, virtually in all regions of the world, I really came to feel the true interconnectedness of humanity, the fact that we really are all in this together, that our fate is a common fate, that we face common challenges. Of course, today we all know about the challenges of global climate change and how that's impacting all parts of the world. We know that we are so interconnected in migration, in the spread of technology, in the new digital age, in images and social media bouncing around the world, and of course in human tragedies as well, the wars, the conflicts, the geopolitical tensions. My interest over my entire professional life, and I can tell you even before that, was how our common humanity can function peacefully, effectively, cooperatively on what is an increasingly crowded planet, 8 billion of us, how we can find a way forward so that we can have decent and fulfilling lives, face common challenges such as the environmental crises, end conflicts and wars. In other words, find solutions to these great global challenges. In the past quarter century, my theme has been sustainable development as a framework for how to think about these challenges and how to think about the solutions. So in this course, in our study of the ages of globalization, we'll be referring very frequently, especially as we approach our modern challenges, to the idea of sustainable development as an approach that calls on the world to work together, to make partnerships, to engage in common pursuits rather than in the disasters and waste of war, so that we can achieve in every part of the world economic well-being, social justice, inclusion of all groups in society, boys and girls, men and women, religious groups of different denominations, different faiths, different belief systems, so that we find a way to actually live together and work together. And I have found that when we think about our challenges in those terms, the diversity of the world, which we sometimes view as threatening, is really something that we can celebrate and that we can draw upon as a way to find the strength and the means to forge good approaches, good practical solutions to our challenges. So that's what the Ages of Globalization is about. In 2020, I wrote a book called The Ages of Globalization, which tries to incorporate these ideas, tries to help us as we think about the world to understand our interconnectedness and to understand our history as a common humanity. So this course is based on the book, and it's based on the wonderful chance to visit many of the most interesting sites of cultural and natural heritage in the world. We'll be going together on visits to all parts of the world, to the Amazon rainforest, to the Ganges River in India, to the Great Wall of China, to the origins of the human species itself in East Africa. We'll go together, we'll visit these places, we'll see them, we will understand how they help us to not only appreciate our human history, but to understand our current challenges and our common humanity. This is a course that will engage students all over the world. So I'm so thrilled that you are part of this course, and know that students in every continent of the world will be joining together. We'll have the chance to be together online, to meet absolutely fascinating people, to have a global discussion about the ages of globalization, and to really cherish this heritage, the diversity of cultures in the world, and our ability by seeing these remarkable places in the world to appreciate what we have to preserve, to protect, and to help to flourish in the 21st century. Thank you for joining Ages of Globalization. Now onward to our exploration of human history and to the ways that humanity has interacted over time.